What you mean you can't get it? What you mean you can't get it? I don't know what you mean. I'm coming. What you mean you can't get it?
Like the rest of Nevadans and Americans, and
Everything we've been learning.
Judah, wake up, yeah.
And everything they said.
You've been asleep too long. It's time to be strong and get on one accord. Judah, wake up.
Wake up!
Judah, wake up, yeah. We've been asleep too long. It's time to be strong and get on one accord.
Yo, what's up, fam? What's up, YouTube? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Man, I'm just popping in today. I know we're supposed to be reading Ice Cube situation, but I popped in today because I've been tripping on something since I seen it, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit. Now, what I'm talking about is this little interview that is going on today. If any of y'all see it, I'm gonna let you see some parts of it here, and I want you to see something here. Who is he?
good morning. I'm Adam Laxalt. I am a former Navy and Iraq veteran and the former top law enforcement officer of this state. I care deeply about both the rule of law and voter integrity, like the rest of Nevadans and Americans. And we warned for the last few weeks that we could end up in a situation where Nevada decides the fate of the presidency. We warned that the Democrats changed this election system. They gave us mail-in ballots, and despite the fact that there are examples of thousands of ballots being mailed across this valley.
Now I want y'all to notice in the background there, that brother that's back there, because they finna use him in a second, if I can back it up there. Him, right there. Right there. That boy right there. Wait till they use him, but now I'm trying to show you now an example of how this thing works. For those of you that's woke, pay attention, because this is how they do. Now, you can't do that. You can't. But this how they work every time. Now, this Joe Blow now has the mic, y'all. On national CBS News, this was on CBS Break-In today. And he said he nobody, just a concerned citizen. And in a minute, he's going to have a whole lot more reporters there. And all of these Team Trump folks. Now, I ain't mad because they Team Trump. You supposed to, in America, you supposed to be able to vote. And your vote count. And it doesn't matter who you choose. Now, we can have a good, healthy debate on why we choose that. But that's your choice, just like you get to choose what you're going to eat tomorrow or tonight. Nobody don't have no real say on what you did because that's your choice and your ability, right? Okay, now, they warned that Nevada was going to be the race. Well, why? I thought Trump already claimed the race the other night and he said no more voting. But he ain't a king. And that ain't how things work. But this how they work on us every time. And this how they change stuff. Now, they making a big stink. And listen what they complaining. It ain't based on no truth yet. And they ain't even talked about the rules that apply. But listen at what he talking about. Let's finish. Let's listen.
And despite the fact that there are examples of thousands of ballots being mailed across this valley in trash cans in apartment buildings, people getting as many as 18 ballots to their homes. We knew these rolls were unclean, and we were told that signatures would save us from all fraud. But to date, we still have not been able to observe these signatures
now, y'all see
or meaningfully challenge a single mail-in ballot out of hundreds of thousands.
They're going to put it front and center because that's supposed to solve
that there
the issue
are many
of it ain't
voters
just a Trump thing
in this group of mail-in people that are not
vote for Trump anyway
proper
who believed in
voters.
I mean,
in the last many days, we have received reports of many irregularities across the valley. We believe that there are dead voters that have been counted. We are also confident that there are thousands of people whose votes have been counted that have moved out of Clark County during the pandemic. Today, we have a voter, Jill Stokey, who was denied access to vote. She showed up to vote, and she was told someone had already cast her ballot.
I'm trying to show you how they do it. Now look at the lady here. Look at this lady now.
We are filing in federal district court
they brought
that have moved out of Clark
I'm gonna go back.
voters. And the last would save us and mail-in ballots.
Here she go.
And
here come their hero.
Despite the fact that there are examples of thousands of ballots being mailed across this valley in trash cans in apartment buildings, people getting as many as 18.
Now, here go my question for you. Would there be a problem right now in Nevada if Trump was winning it all decisively? Or even if he was in the lead? That's my question.
Ballots to their homes. We knew these rolls were unclean, and we were told that signatures would save us from all fraud. But
now, who was he told by that these methods were unclean? Well, it was the president saying mail-in votes ain't gonna work this time. No reason, there ain't no valid reason whatsoever for that excuse. But that's what he's saying. And guess what? Because he said it, we believe it. And that's what I got a problem with. Now, again, he's making the rhetoric go further. And here's how the news is pushing it. They put him front and center with this foolishness. Listen.
To date, we still have not been able to observe these signatures or meaningfully challenge a single mail-in ballot out of.
They haven't finished counting the ballots yet. How are you supposed to do any of this? There are observers in the room already. You ain't one of them, bruh. And neither is the brother or the lady here. And when you hear what she talking, I'm to hush.
Hundreds of thousands of casts. We firmly believe that there are many voters in this group of mail-in people that are not proper voters. In the last many days,
we believe that there are a whole bunch of people who are not proper voters. What is he talking about?
We have received reports of many irregularities across the valley. We believe that there are dead voters that have been counted. We are also confident that there are thousands.
Would he care if Trump was in the lead? Would they be doing this because they believe it's illegal and Trump is winning? That's my ask. That's my ask on this. Would they be doing that if Trump would have been leading and you still saying it's voted for? Are you going to make this noise for the other side? No. Of course. The only reason, y'all, this is being said, and let me put that on, I believe the only reason it's being said is because the Democrats look like they might win the presidency. Now, what you think? Listen, let's listen to him some more, and we'll let him talk.
Of
the
people
real stuff coming
whose
up.
votes have been counted that have moved out of Clark County during the pandemic. Today, we have a voter, Jill Stokey, who was denied access to vote. She showed up to vote, and she was told someone had already cast her ballot, and she was denied the opportunity to vote. We
So
are filing in federal district court here
So
in Las
she went to
Vegas.
vote.
We're asking for
And she was denied access to vote, is what she's saying.
emergency relief, a TRO, and injunctive relief. We're asking the judge to, due to all of these irregularities, to stop the counting of improper votes. Thank you.
The courts in Nevada. Can you wait? Yeah, you got it.
So now they're asking for everything to stop because one white lady says she didn't get to go in and vote. I mean, one lady now, he said, didn't get to vote, so we're asking for an injunction. But they can chase your car down the street and surround it as you go to vote. And they can stop black people from doing it. And not now one of these concerned brothers and none of the black Trump people stood up for none of us when we couldn't vote. Heck, they didn't want to try to let my wife vote because for the third election, she done been to the same place, same car, same everything. All of a sudden, her address done changed. And they ain't going to let her in now. Now, that's some foolishness. Ain't nobody advocating that. Now, listen at this man. And he's funny. He's an angry white man who now believes he has the ability. And the word he's going to keep using that's scaring folks into believing this is the word illegal. Watch this.
Look, the reality is that transparency is not political.
Right. Like when Trump should have told us COVID was coming. He wasn't transparent. He just thought we didn't need to know and y'all wasn't crying. That was wrong, but you is now. Y'all got a double standard. And it's because of that, this.
Ballots are not automatically legal votes until they're checked.
Legal.
We are not being allowed to check. The Harry Reid machine recklessly threw ballots.
Is that the black guy? He talking about now who recklessly? What you supposed to do? Let you see the signature on every ballot? What? You crazy. And look at the arrogance on his face, y'all. Look at how arrogant he
into
is.
the mail, and now we cannot check whether or not there are non-residents, which we have evidence, publicly available evidence, that you all in the media should be also looking at. It's publicly available information that non-residents have voted. There is a 30-day residency requirement in the state of Nevada. If you haven't been in the state for 30 days, it is illegal
Illegal.
to vote. Reporters have a responsibility. The fact is, we are filing this federal lawsuit to protect legal voters.
Legal.
It is unacceptable in this country to have illegal votes.
And am I wrong, or is he stressing the word illegal?
Counted. And that is what's happening in the state of Nevada. We've asked Clark County for answers. They have no answers. They continue to count illegal votes.
Illegal.
That is unacceptable, and it's giving legal people a sense that the system is corrupt.
System is corrupt. That's all they're doing. They're repeating Donald Trump. See, Donald Trump knows that if you want to get somebody excited, you get a privileged white person who believe that they're correct just because they get to say it. And then that's what they start screaming. Everything is illegal and it's corrupt. It's the fraud. All of a sudden, the election is a fraud because he know he might not win it. Now, I personally believe Donald Trump was going to cheat his way in. And they might still do it with this kind of foolishness, y'all. And don't be surprised now. And don't forget, it'll be the same situation if Biden get it, y'all. He's still dealing with what that boy name is over the Senate. McConnell, you know who I'm talking about, Mitch McConnell. And that man ain't budging. Now, he's an old school white man who believe in being like he been. Hello. And he ain't going to change until he die out of there. Now, what should have happened is we should have been rallying to get that man out. And people like that Lindsey Graham and all them other, just, oh my gosh. They don't supposed to be in office, y'all. The president isn't the important one. The one that we should have been really on, if you was into that, is that. See now, we unaffected. We ain't never been affected by who been in the office because we got to deal with life, period. It didn't matter. In Florida here, we got to raise, they're going to raise it up, but it really won't matter because these folks in Florida, they mad now about this raise. They finna do something drastic. Watch, I can't wait to see how DeSantis act off of this. But that's how I digress. Watch this man, illegal.
We have to have a system where legal votes are cast.
Illegal.
What the Harry Reid machine has done is...
Harry Reid machine. The Harry Reid machine. Now, this how easy it is to find out what they're talking about. Harry Reid, and I'm going to spell it with that. Let's just say Nevada. Nevada. Elections. And let's see who that is. Harry Reid over Nevada's gubernatorial election. No. Maybe I'm spelling it wrong. Who's on Nevada elections supervisor? I'm curious to know who he's talking about. That I'm assuming that's who he's talking. Supervisor, Nevada County Supervisor election. Elected officials, Nevada. Board of legislators. Let's see. We should be able to see some pictures, right? So let's see some images. All right. Well, that ain't him, is it? 2020 image. Okay. Board of Supervisors. Is this, that's Michael Taylor, see? So who's Reid? Who's the Reid guy he's saying? The Reid guy. Who is the Reid guy? We gonna find this out because he said Harry Reid, Nevada. They keep saying gaming elections. Did you Harry Reid. All right, is this who he's talking about? Senator Harry Reid, who is now run? Okay, I don't believe so. I'm gonna find out though. What do I want? What do I want now? I want to find out who is over the elections. Nevada elections. Soup. Give it to me. Let's see. We want to know who's over it. We want to know who's over it in Clark County. Clark County. Uh-oh, what am I typing, y'all? Clark County, Nevada, Supervisor of Elections 2020. Uh, 2020 Election Department. Now I want their images. I want to see what you look like. Or they're not going to show us because of their officials, I guess. I don't know. I want to know who's over it. Who is the Nevada Supervisor of Elections? Do you see how YouTube is doing me? I mean, Google is doing me. It won't answer the question. The question was simple: who is the county clerk? Who is the election supervisor of elections? Image. Name of the supervisor of Do you see that? Do you see that? Do you see that? As of 2020, I don't know what else to say. Okay. Elected officials. Clark County. There we go. We're getting somewhere. So, well, I don't know where it would be then. Other local government, school boards, regional elections. No? Okay. I need elections. Okay, so elections. About us. Well, let's see, contact us. Okay. The registrar of voters is Joe P. Glory. So let's see who that is. At least we'll know who's supposed to be responsible down there. Register of voters, image. There he is. Okay, that's the guy. All right, so I see here. Here's the guy who is the man responsible right there for the Clark County situation we were watching with this live stream of these folks there. Now, let's go back to our YouTube. Where were we? On YouTube. And pull what we were looking at again back up, because it should be there. And it may. Yep, there it is.
Is throw out recklessly ballots and
Cardio burns fat, right?
Boy, I hate. Now, you
No.
know what?
Cardio actually
That's what I
burns
hate.
calories,
You gotta
usually
pay
in the
to
form
get
of
rid
carbs
these
in the
commercials
bloodstream
on
that are then
YouTube, so
replaced.
I'm gonna get rid of
now
them.
they
Go back
don't
to
want us to check those ballots, and we are seeing discrepancies all over. We are asking Clark County to give us answers. All of your questions about the details are legitimate questions.
Who's asking questions? Everybody already know it's legal. Everybody already knows ain't nobody voting who ain't supposed to be voting. Not no more than y'all who in the charge in the first place allowing. The question I keep coming back to myself is, would this guy have a problem right now if they were leading the state? And would he be bringing this up?
And they should be asked of Clark County, because the Clark County officials are silent. They are not giving us any answers, and they continue to count these illegal votes. Ballots
Illegal.
versus legal
Legal.
votes. That's what we're talking about.
He
It is
keeps pushing that
unacceptable
word.
in this country.
The presidency is literally in the breach.
Listen, you're here to take in information.
Listen, you're here to take in information, not ask questions. What?
Okay? We'll do your job. It's pretty easy. Do a Google search.
The president. Thank you all for turning out. Thank you all for turning out.
Did y'all just see that? He called them so he can start his rhetoric. And he don't expect them to do no investigating on what he's saying. He just want them to report it. That's all he need. Remember, that's all you need to start some foolishness in this world, is to start a lie. And there's always somebody who want to chase that.
Presidency literally hangs in the balance.
Of course it do. That's what the vote is all about, you idiot.
And what the fundamental principle is here is that we want to be able to make sure that the counting that occurs and that the results that happen can be respected by every American voter across this land and truly across the world.
See, I had a problem because you only want stuff to be fair when it affects you, when it was okay. See, remember now, y'all got to remember, most of us was alive when we got the right to vote. I was on the planet when we got to get with these fair folks right here. Said it was all American, but we weren't. Now that wasn't 50 years ago. And you gonna believe everything now? This the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Ain't nowhere in the world, if you got sense, you supposed to be playing none of this foolishness here. As you can see, it was set up, and dude just told him, look, you here to just take the information. That show you that mindset they got. Now watch how this thing.
If you're not allowed in to see the process, both sides and all of you in the media, so that there is transparency,
So what they supposed to do? Let all us into the room while they counting? Come on, man. It's already representatives in there counting for Trump. You making noise. He's full of junk.
that there's meaningful observing of these ballots. That calls into question what those results will be. The idea in this country, the idea in America, that we would somehow reduce or limit the ability to have basic insurance that a ballot.
The fact that America would be that way to not insure. Well, you've done it to us for years. I'm sure someplace there was some of y'all in trucks with the flags in the back. Somebody's name on the back, flying, yelling and screaming and shooting guns up in there. Or at somebody, trying to tell them they better not. Who are making the calls? You think to us, telling us don't go vote. Ain't no need. The election gonna be rigged. But you believe in fairness? Again, my question is, would he be standing there right now talking if Trump was in the lead?
Is a legal ballot, that a ballot is an acceptable ballot, that the person who voted, that we took minimal steps to make sure that there was a signature match, for instance. Those types of...
Now remember, they went out the way to make up some very stupid stuff just so you couldn't answer it and vote. These same folks, granddaddy and dad, and in their case too, them, it's in them.
Of guarantees need to be in the process. And so we have to understand that what's going on in Nevada impacts what's going on all across this country, which is the American people want to have confidence in the results.
The only American people that don't have confidence in this is the ones following the rhetoric of the president of the United States of America right now. And again, I have no problem with Trump. Trump ain't did me wrong. Gave me $1,200, $2,400. Ain't no other president did that. Ain't nobody else just gave you nothing like that. So now I ain't mad at him too much. And that's on me, for real. He ain't stopped me from nothing. He ain't kept me from having nothing. He been doing the same thing everybody else been doing. The problem was there before he got there. Problem gonna be there after he leaves. And that's my thing. But they crazy. And they let this go on. Man, they stopped the cast. So this could be the situation right here. So that could be the situation. This here. And watch this thing right here.
That are coming out of Nevada. That will occur when we can make a case why every ballot is an acceptable,
see, they're trying to start up noise.
Ballot.
Let me. Do you want to introduce these two, or we can have that?
In Albion, you can be anything you want to be, as
You know,
everybody
again,
has their...
these doggone
introduce themselves. These are
commercials that they have on YouTube. But here we go. It's back.
Individuals who have stories of discrepancy. If you want to state your name and briefly what happened.
Okay.
And we won't take any questions, but you can step up and go right
Okay,
here.
thank you. Hi, my name is Jill Stokey. I went to vote and was told I already voted. I pursued the matter, and in years past, I always voted in person. This time, they mailed out the ballot, and somebody took my ballot. They also took the ballot of my roommate. I was told by the interviewer from Channel 8 when I said, did other people also took the ballot of my in person? And in years past, I always voted in person. This time, they mailed out the ballot, and somebody took my ballot. They also took the ballot of my roommate. I was told by the interviewer from Channel 8 When I said, did other people do this? He said, yes. He said, you're the first double. Thank you.
Ms. Stokey, will you spell your name for us, please?
S is in Sam, T is in Tom, O-K-K-E.
So she voted by mail, somebody took it, and then she went into the place and they double tapped her. Ain't that the way the system's supposed to work?
Good morning. I'm Chris Padome. I'm going to give my account what happened. I was here, actually been here for quite a bit, and was here with members of the Trump campaign and came in a media capacity to obtain content information on election night, and unfortunately was stereotyped in that regard, and you can take for that what you may, and was not able to obtain any type of access.
Now he's admitting to us that he couldn't get nothing, and because he was stereotyped, because it didn't matter that he was with the Trump campaign. They wasn't telling his behind nothing. That boy there. And now you stupid, you want to get up there and tell this story instead of making the issue be the fact that they wouldn't give you nothing, no matter who you with. See, that's what I'm talking about. Now, why they got him up there?
By any means, and got a little bit, I guess you can say assertive or aggressive is the word, so to speak. And the question was asked at 1:30 in the morning, why are you here? And our response was, well,
You want to know why running on the treadmill 7 days a week doesn't work for you when you're trying to lose weight?
Because I'm trying to just let
it's election night. That's why we're here, and you guys are obviously counting ballots.
So they there at he there at 1 o'clock in the morning, and they saying, man, you can come back during business hours. He think he got the privilege that these white folks is walking in. And I ain't being funny. They can walk up there at 1:30 in the morning and say, I want to see it. And nobody won't see nothing that's wrong with it. But when you do, that's what they're going to tell your butt.
And it was you and came in a media capacity to obtain content information on election night, and unfortunately was stereotyped in that regard, and you can take for that what you may, and was not able to obtain any type of access by any means, and got a little bit, I guess you can say assertive or aggressive is the word, so to speak. And the question was asked at 1:30 in the morning, why are you here? And our response was, well, it's election night. That's why we're here, and you guys are.
No, it ain't. At 1:30 in the morning, it's the next day. And the business ain't open. So you're wrong. You being harassing, actually, in any other day. And just because the election was last night, don't mean you're supposed to sit there. But you're trying to build your case. Y'all are trying to make the case. Now, the reason they got this brother up there is so they can say it's across the board with black and white. But he ain't saying nothing we don't already know. We know Negroes ain't gonna get no info. I don't care whose side you're on. He didn't get it, and he clearly with them. He don't mind being the token. But he ain't getting no info. And again, he's misrepresenting the state and the content. And this is what media does. Now, this is the reason we on with this here today. To show you the things that you ain't seeing. This is a game. This foolishness right here. And he ain't got no ground. Now, he got ground on the fact that he black and they stereotype him. Now, that's what his argument should be. Now, if these brothers, this man right here, and that other mean little man right there, and all of y'all looking like y'all looking right here and there, if all y'all would get on the band with him about the fact that he couldn't get no information because he's black, so-called, then I will have no problem with this right now. Because I'm with Q. It's too much stuff going on where you folks is standing up here talking about what y'all... What? If it ain't fair, just take it now because of the hundreds of years you've been unfair to us alone. Now, you know half the black folks want the Democrats to win. I don't know why. But why you won't give it to them?
They're obviously counting ballots, and it was unique because they said they had an hour and a half left of counting to do, and an official came out who was kind and asked us to sign documents, and a few moments later we were asked to leave. Well, I find it ironic we were asked to leave within 10 to 12 minutes when they said they had an hour and a half of counting left to do.
Now, again, this is just some account. This has no bearing of evidence. This has no reason that it needs to be on. The only reason this black man is speaking for these Trumpites is so that they can act like black people with them. Now, and believe me, brother and sister, if you don't know it, it's a whole bunch of y'all. I know my sister. Last time, one of my good friends made her case on Facebook about why she was voting for Trump, and that's their right. And they get to do that, and I'm sure there are plenty of black folks that are. And had he gave us some more money, he'd have got mine. I mean, some real money, like he was acting like he was gonna promise. I was gonna see what he do. And you think I ain't gonna take it? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm taking it. I know what to do with it. I know how to utilize it to keep on. We ready, but look at this. Look at how they doing it, and look at what's happening here.
And clearly that was an attack, I think, on any type of conservative media or any individual or entity that wanted to have access and cover. And we find it very unique that other outlets are able to have full access, but we were not given any type of access whatsoever. And they question the validity of my background, or any type of media, any type of experience whatsoever. So that was my personal account. And
I didn't understand what he said. Can I back that up? Because I didn't understand if he was saying he was valid, he was with a news media or what, because I don't know.
Clearly that was an attack, I think, on any type of conservative media or any individual or entity that wanted to have access and cover. And we find it very unique that other outlets are able to have full access, but we were not given any type of access whatsoever. And they question the validity of my background, or any type of media, any type of experience whatsoever. So that was my personal account, and that's it.
So what media were you representing, Chris?
Let me just.
What media were you representing, Chris? He turned to this man, and he ain't say nothing. Listen.
Any type of experience whatsoever. So that was my personal account, and that's it.
So what media were you representing, Chris?
Let me just say this. All of your questions.
See, now, what media outlet did he say he was representing when he wanted to go do that? Now, he may legitimately be, but why not just say it? What is going on? And look at him. Look at him. He back in the arrogant stance.
Are very good, and they should be asked of Clark County. We don't have access to the information. They are not giving us access.
So basically what I'm trying to show you is the trick that is being done to you every time in different methods. And when we see one blatantly done like this, we're going to bring it to your attention, because this entire situation that they've got happening here with this elections thing, talking about the fraud and who did this and this. Listen, it wouldn't be going on if Trump was winning, y'all. If Trump believed he had a clear road in, he wouldn't be saying a word about none of that. It'll be just talking trash on old crazy Joe to get him to quit. But he wouldn't be talking about this here fraud stuff he's talking about unless he knew he ain't had votes. Hey, this is Rich. We're going to be talking soon about, we're going to be reading, again, the Ice Cube thing. And just so that y'all know what I'm saying again, don't forget that that's what we want to go back to, because remember, we not done, we not finished yet. So we've got to go to the contract for Black America. Again, we want to come here because we want to start right here when we come back. We want to start right there. We're going to be starting right here with the contract, with the introduction. Well, reading the preface, actually. And then we'll go into the introduction. So, again, it's going to lay it all out for us, all 8 points. So we got representation. We've got a lending reform. We've got a judicial reform part in there. Constitutional amendment to the 13th Amendment that says that there's no slavery except if you get convicted for a crime, then you can be a slave. They want police reform. That's number 5. Number 6 is entertainment industry reforms. Number 7, he's dealing with the monuments, all those monuments. Number 8 is dealing with our responsibility. Now, you had Reconstruction after the Civil War. That's what helped us get all these black senators in places like North and South Carolina and so on. So he's calling this new thing neo-Reconstruction, which is, again, a way to look at this. And he's going to be dealing with economics and education. And then there's an addendum to this whole thing. Now, remember, at the beginning of it all, in the introduction, he says this contract with Black America was designed to start the hard conversations. It was made to be perfected and debated. So please add comments and suggestions so we can create a better contract with America that will help create a better and more perfect United States Union. So I think this is a great thing that we've got going on and that we should be looking at and doing, you guys. Again, thanks again for listening to me here, in spite of it all and some of everything, in conjunction with Cannabism Delights and International Herbology by April Gray, which will be coming on. We're going to do everything from talking of food to again, to your beliefs. And we're going to deal with some hard stuff. So thanks again for letting me rant and talk about some stuff. If you got, leave your comments in there for me or whatever. I appreciate it. And